Welcome to our webcast to show you how you might use RFMS to manage your samples. So there's a little bit of setup involved, and in that respect we've got some documentation and a video on make the most of rfms.com. So we can, if you've got any questions, of course you can come to us, contact us, and we'll help you get set up. But if I can show you one way we have of managing samples in RFMS, that might be a good start. So we manage samples inside our quote module. So in our quote module, we're going to create a new customer, or we're going to use an existing customer. So for brevity, we're going to use an existing client, and we'll use this person here, and we'll go okay. So if you can imagine, this is the process that we're going through when we're at the computer issuing the samples to the customer. First thing we're going to do is we're going to click on insert to add our first sample. So we're going to go to products, and in this case they might have taken a product, they might want to take a sample of Riverview. In this case there's only one color, so I'm just going to select that. We're going to change our quantity to 1. We're going to change our sample charge to $40. So this is something that you can do if you want. You can show the customer that if they don't return the sample, there's going to be a charge. And we cover that, how you set that up, in the documentation. And then finally we're going to check this as a sample. It's going to default to 2 days. You can change it, but in this case I'm just going to go OK, and we've added our first sample. So let's just do that a couple more times. This time it might be a sample of Accolade, and it's hot pink that they want to take. Again, it's one sample. Pick the sample price and check the sample box, and we've added our second sample. So you can see that samples appear on the quote as being in green, and we've also got this icon out here that indicates that it's a sample has been taken. So even if you're not doing a sample docket, you can record that a sample has been taken against, when somebody gets a quote from us. So let's just do it one more time, and we're going to go to products, and this time we're going to go to ARC, and we're going to choose Arco Color Trillion 1, $40, and sample, okay, and okay. So you can see it's not arduous, it doesn't take a lot of time, and once, whether we're a salesperson or a manager, once we've started doing this, once we're in the habit of doing this, it actually doesn't take a great deal of time. From here we can print our sample docket. So in this case it's defaulting to our sample loan docket, but of course if it didn't default, I've got the ability to select it. I go print. I want to show all of those on my sample docket. Click on the finger, and it will come up with our PDF. For some reason it's taking a while. There it is. So there's our the samples that the customer is taking, and down here we've got a nice message about the need for them to return them. And in fact, if they don't return them, this is what we're going to be charging them. So this is a really good way of encouraging our clients to return their samples. And what we notice is that when our clients do use this system and they do charge, then customers are very diligent about making sure that we know that they've been returned. So we'll just close that for the moment, and we'll close this and we'll have a look at our reporting. So with our quote highlighted, we can click on the sample management report and we can select the stores. In fact, I've just selected for myself, and I can go print, and we can see all the samples that are out. So if they're returned, we can see the date that they're returned. If they're not returned and they're overdue, then there's an asterisk. From a follow-up point of view, this is a great document because not only does it give us the name of the customer and what they've taken out, but we've also got their email address and their phone number. When it comes to returning the samples, there's a couple of ways we can do that. So there's our sample return icon there. If we click on it, we can click on return samples for the highlighted quote, and we'll just do one, and we'll say that it's returned. Now when we open up this order, we can see that this is no longer a sample, but the other thing we can do in here is we can return the others. So we'll say yes to that, and we'll say yes to that. All right. So what we've done is we have issued the samples and we have returned them, and we've also got a very good document for researching to see which samples we've got out. And by the way, this reminds me, if the customer doesn't want to hang around to take their sample docket, because we have the customer's email address, it's created an email with the sample docket attached. So I hope you find that helpful. As I say, if you've got any questions or if you want any help to establish your sample process, perhaps this is not exactly what you want to do, just let us know so that we can help you set up a process that absolutely matches your requirements. Thank you.